Don't go by the book. Think like a pirate.
Well, hello and welcome to the home of Pirate Booty out here in Homestead Bay Marina in Miami, Florida. So yeah, we're down here almost at the tip. Off to my east is Elliott Key, for those who want to look me up nautically. We're about 3 miles from that. It's a short, about a mile up through the channel, and I'm out in the Florida Keys. Beautiful. So everybody asked about Pirate Booty, where it was from, why I did it. Long story short, when I moved to Florida from Texas many years ago, I kept hearing about the Florida treasures and people walking up on the beach and picking up gold chains and everything, and just kind of fascinated me. And then I ended up transferring back to Maryland to work for the Department of Defense. And so I was up next to the museums, all the Library of Congresses and everything. And I went down to the rare book rooms, and I went down to the museums and saw 1,500-year-old maps. And I started reading every book I could about the treasure fleets and about you know, Mel Fisher down here and all this people and all the millions and billions of dollars that are, you know, scattered where X marks the spots out there. So being as I'm a scuba diver and to hunt treasure, you need a boat. And so to me, as much as I love going fast and hitting it crazy, because I used to have jet skis, my thought was way back then, about 7 years ago, was just to get a sailboat, go slow, methodically. Little did I know how slow sailboats are, but they're fun. It's another story. So ended up buying a boat down here, a big trailer. It's a mess, just a freaking mess. But me, as the women in my life used to tell me, I have a big tendency to dream, you know. I ended up, after years, selling a boat for scrap, because I had to look to myself and go, look, I can't do it. I'm not a carpenter, and I'm not, you know, I work in computer and technology, for God's sakes, you know. But that boat did teach me a lot of things. So I'm better at carpentry, plumbing, electrical, and all that stuff. So with that, how Pirate Booty came to history, it's kind of a ghost story. Came up abandoned off Elliott Key about 2 years ago, set for 2 years. The guy who sold me my original boat said, hey, do you have yours in the water? I said, no, I don't. And he says, well, tell you what, I got 2 boats down here I want you to take a look at. Pirate Booty is a 32-foot, 8-foot beam, Seidelman 295, for those who want to look it up. Beautiful boat, graceful lines. I like it, the bow of the boat, I can just lean back. It's got a nice little, you know, incline of the cabin head. Peaceful. I've taken her out about 5 or 6 times now. Where Pirate Booty is now, I got her in 2013, the initial clean. It was a mess. Cockroaches, bicycles, tons of food. The guy was sleeping in a sleeping bag. I don't know, crazy guy. I don't know who was in there. The wiring is green, red, yellow, blue, no marine standards. I still don't know half of these wires go. So what I slowly started doing was rebuilding the bulkheads. Now, as much as I followed White Spot Pirates and Salty and Don, I forget what his name is, that who rebuilt a lot of boats. I'll post the people I follow later. White Spot Pirates, still my favorite. That girl has got tenacity. So, long story short, I just looked at it from a triage point structure. So that was the bulkheads. It took months. No matter who I read and things I saw, I never saw anybody rebuild bulkheads. People have a tendency, like they did here, whereas a solid piece of wood that had rotted, well, the chain plate comes down, they just put 2 pieces of wood, and of course it comes up against the roof of the cabin, and so that was barely holding it in. But literally when I got it, I could push it through like tissue paper. It was rotten. So the reason I documented my bulkhead rebuilds is because I had not seen all my research over the years and all the books I've read how to rebuild bulkheads. Now, I didn't have the luxury of just popping them out because they're connected to all sorts of cabin trees you'll see later. I'll take you through a little tour of Pirate Booty. So that was hard. 3 months of solid work on weekends, etc. I went next after the electrical, and so I put an actual switch panel in there, brand new. Put in 2 batteries, separated the house bank and the engine bank. So I got that all started, and you know, slowly but slowly I'm replacing wires by wires. I've kind of moved from, if you go from aft of the boat, you will see I got that kind of painted, but I learned gel coat's not good in this Florida heat. To do gel coat, you really need to do a paint sprayer, have it out in the yard, etc. This boat is very porous. It's not like this. So it's just going to be white enamel to make it look good. The teak behind me, I sanded all that down. I did all the safety lines. I got those squared away. As you see today, I put in the boom cover temporary until I get the real one. So I'm doing what I call phase 1 triage. Make sure the boat doesn't sink, make sure the engine can start, make sure I have the safety lights, those kind of things. So I'm putting all LEDs in the boat, no of these bulbs, you know. Now, cost, when you go grab a boat, don't do like I did where it's a mess. The original boat I had, I walked into 3 feet of water, all the wood was rotten. I don't like everybody else, I thought I'll just gut it, whack it out, you know. Oh my God, no. Ended up moving, and for 7 years I paid on that boat, $100 a month storage. I didn't give up on the Dream. And this is what I want to talk to everybody who's watching all these videos and researching. It is a dream. When you set this apart from the rest of your life, I don't have to put that much money into this boat. I ended up getting this boat virtually free. I negotiated it and found it salvaged, and I know enough now on how to survey a boat and to see what I can and cannot fix. I'll take you on a tour a little bit later. She's actually pretty well done. I have from the bow on in, the berth is fine. The head, the marine toilet, the macerator, I think are fine. I just need to go test it out because I don't want to dump sewage in the bay here, but let me tell you, I pulled some sewage out. I have all the inside the salon. I've repainted everything. I restained all the wood. I'm not going to put $50,000 into this and make it look like a showcase. I want to have fun with this boat, and this is a big story. You know, you can tell I've been working on the engine. With the biggest piece of advice I got was don't spend all your life on the boat making it pretty. You'll never get it perfect. You'll never get it perfect. You'll say 3 months, then it'll turn to 6 months, into 2 years, and you get frustrated. Take the boat out. I'll post this link to this one but ugly boat, but they were out having fun. They were out sailing. They had the sails up, etc. You know, every once in a while, get out, put her out there, learn how to anchor, learn how to raise and lower the sails. You know, test your battery to see everything's going good. You know, sailboat restoration is a continual learning experience, and one of the things I like about White Spot Pirates, check that girl out. You'll see her. She gets frustrated. She's traveling around the world, but something stops her here and there. But that's life. But she has learned. If you go back and I think of the 3 years that she's been posting videos, I've learned so much from that girl to see how she did it, to fix her engine, to fix her lights, to fix her windlass, to fix her auto tiller, you know. And just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. It's a great sport. When I'm out there in the Florida Keys and I feel that breeze and I see the sunset and I see all this beauty that you see behind me, you can't buy that. One of my favorite, everybody asks me favorite times. I like to go out on 4th of July, see a sunset, a moonrise, and a sunrise. It's spiritual, and you're up, and you feel so connected, you know. So with that, that's where Pirate Booty came from. Again, I'm on phase 1, pretty much finishing up. Phase 2 will be some fun projects. The engine's overheating, so I want to find out why. My mast, stupid me, was playing with the pirate flag. Learned to tie bowlines and some other knots and use official sail rope. I used something cheap. I was being funny. I went to pull it down and it broke at the top of my mast. So I got to figure, drop the mast steps, or whatever. Big fun. And just to paint the overall boat, make it look pretty. I feel good about inside. I'm moving from the cabin, the electrical, up to the head and the plumbing, and to do those things. That's going to be exciting. And trust me, when I saw the videos, when I did the bulkhead videos, saw how bad this boat used to look, I'm pretty impressed. You know, every day she's looking better and more ship shape. So with that, live the dream. Don't forget to get your boat out there once in a while. Use good tools, and just enjoy yourself. With that, Pirate Booty out.
Well, that's all, folks.